Hello, Board of Education. I want to thank you for your time tonight as you listen to our proposal that talks a little bit about the possibility of adding a new sport to our athletic department. As you know, my name is Rick Hodge, and there has been a significant interest in adding a girls' soccer program at our high school. The thing about a soccer program for the girls is it will help us meet gender equality needs as well as Title IX compliance that our athletic department still needs to improve on. Currently, girls must play in the fall with the boys as a co-ed soccer team. Adding their own program gives our girls a chance to have their own team that competes in the spring against other all-girls teams with neighboring school districts. According to MSHSAA, the boys team is not a co-ed team. Next, we looked at competition. We surveyed high schools that are our same enrollment size and class size, and we found out that many of the schools around us already have a girls' soccer team. It is a recommended sport for the Suburban Conference. This means that schools should have the sport if they can fill a varsity, JV, and freshman roster, which is what we'll get to soon. There are currently enough schools our size that we can compete with and travel to tournaments for within our same 100-mile radius of the schools that we surveyed earlier to see if they had a girls' soccer program. When you look at it as the program you can see on the screen, we started to break down cost expenses for what a girls' soccer program would cost. Most of these numbers are very comparative to a boys' soccer team. We talked about the head coach, junior varsity coach would be needed, as well as a freshman coach, giving us a total of $10,500, which would be allocated to the cost of hiring an entire coaching staff for the girls' soccer team. Transportation, once again, this comes from how much it costs to transport the boys' soccer team, because most of the games that we will have will be very similar to a boys' schedule. And we believe that $1,500 is what will be needed in transportation costs for fuel for the buses as well as drivers throughout the season. Officials fees, again, this comes from a breakdown from the boys' soccer team. $2,640 is what we spent at an average over the last 3 seasons. And so we are going to assume that that's going to be very similar with the girls. Uniforms cost $3,500. Now, once again, that is not a cost every year. They will be on a 5-year rotation like every other sport. So the $3,500 will be to get the girls' soccer program started, but that is not going to be an annual cost. When it comes to facilities, there is no money that's going to cost for facilities because we already have facilities for a boys soccer program that is in the football stadium, so we'll use that. We already have goals and nets from the boys program, and so our facilities fees will be $0. Same thing with the equipment. If we were to add the girls soccer team, we already have soccer balls and other equipment from the boys. We do anticipate the team will do some fundraising to generate revenue for more equipment as it is needed, and we will charge admission at the games, boys and girls, to help fund the officials, pay for other expenses that come up, and anything that they want with costs. So we believe the total cost comes to $18,140 for the first year, but then we'll have other costs, less costs with the purchases of uniforms and so forth. Okay. The next thing that we did, we wanted to gauge an interest level with girls, and we did that in a survey. And with that survey, an annual survey goes out to our students every year, and our current freshman through junior girls surveyed. We asked them questions about what is their interest level for a girls soccer program. And we found that 24 girls were very interested. 51 were somewhat interested, which means 75 girls indicated some form of interest in possibly going out for the team if the girls had their own program in the springtime. We also thought it was necessary to survey the middle school girls because when you add a program, you don't want it to be a short-term solution. Just because there's a interest level for current high school girls does not justify adding the program. You want to be able to sustain this for multiple years. And so that's why we decided to survey the current middle school girls also to see if they would be interested when they get to the high school level. And we found out that 21 of them were very interested, 40 of them were somewhat interested, which means 61 girls at the middle school level indicated some sort of interest in the girls soccer program, which means that total between the high school and the middle school is 136 girls. Now, we also know not 136 girls are going to go out. Just because they mark on a survey that they're a little bit interested does not mean that you're going to get 136 girls. A lot of them will not come out. But we also believe when you look at these numbers, with the numbers being so high, we do believe there'll be enough of an interest level and enough of these girls will go out for the sport when the time comes. With that being said, we looked at cost, we looked at neighboring school competition, and we looked at an interest level with the girls. We also looked at coaching needs. The boys' coaches are interested in also picking up a girls' program in the springtime, and that'll be a job that they'll have to apply for. And so we believe that it is very important to move forward with this because of the strong interest level that the girls have, as well as the requirements to participate in the Suburban Conference. With that, I would recommend to the Board of Education adding a girls soccer program in the spring athletic season for the 2022-2023 school year. And I thank you for your time and your consideration towards this matter. Good evening.